Hello everyone, I am Gimmick Quattro, and welcome to my Mage Run Raid Shadow Legends account. For those who are confused about what this is, in the last video I posted, if you've not seen that, please go check it out. It talks about the fact that I was going to make a secondary account in which I use a promo link from a YouTuber to get the guaranteed undead mausoleum mage at level 30, and seeing how running an undead only account would differ having the guaranteed character in the mausoleum mage versus trying to get lucky with just shards in the guaranteed characters from the campaign. So this account is at level 25. I also do feel like this account is struggling a lot more than during my very first attempt, which seems very weird because I should be doing a lot better this time around, seeing as the fact that I understand the game a little bit more, I've watched more videos on it, it should come a bit more naturally and stuff like that. But being able to get through certain parts of the campaign have been a real struggle. I will say, though, that one of the biggest differences is I cannot beat this stage. So one of the biggest differences is the lack of usage of the Dompire that I have not received yet. Or I have one. I have not received a single Dompire yet, which is huge because that would be my normal go-to for the run. And I've actually had a lot heavier focus on the Dead Crusader, who I actually quite like a lot and have really enjoyed using them, which also is going to suit me very well for my other account because I want to try to run a more defense-based team. I'm getting more practice in with these defense-based units. Yes, we see the big old glaring issue right here. We're gonna talk about that in just a minute. So, like I said, I've had a much heavier focus on other characters that I didn't use a ton of during my first run, based off of who I got. I got the Dead Crusader very early on in this account, so I wanted to have some fun and try him out. He's been a ton of fun. The Death Hounds the different hounds have been fun to use, and I've actually done a lot more with them. I did get the Sorceress. I got her a little bit later than everybody else, and as you can tell, she has no books on her yet. Do I actually? No, I don't think I have any. I haven't checked in a minute. Oh. No, I don't have anything. Okay. And so it has been really rough being able to beat most things with the team that I have and the equips or the artifacts that I have on them. I actually just purchased an artifact from the shop. Look at this. A 5-star with the attack percentage and the speed seems really, really nice. So I got this, like I said, from the shop. Want to check it out. See, ooh, that's not bad. I lose a little bit of crit damage, but honestly, I don't think that matters at this point in time because crit rate is so much better, which I don't have any of that anyways. But the speed is so much better. The increase in attack is so much better. Oh yeah, this is overall, this is a much better equip. All right, cool. That's a weird part of the video, but there we go. So this is like the team. Okay. They have, I need to keep my mind on track here. Let's take a look at their skills. He's only got 1 in him. Missing 3. Maxed out, has none. Has 1. Has 4, missing 4. Has none. And has none, but I haven't used these guys at all yet. Okay. when it comes down to campaign, actually we saw we're enough in campaign and where we're struggling at. Dungeon. Spirit, we can beat 5. Arcane Keep, we can beat 6. Void, we can beat 4. Force, we can beat 5. And Magic, we can beat 5. Ice Golem's Peak, we can beat 4. Minotaur, we can beat 4. Spider's Den, we can't beat it at all. Not even close. We can barely beat it, it feels like sometimes on the Shredder. We definitely can't beat 2 at all. Dragon's Lair, we can beat up to 5. And we cannot beat Fire Knight's Castle Stage 1 at all. So it's a bit of a weird situation in which, like, we're clearly doing okay on some stuff, but we are struggling very hard with this team on other stuff. Now, obviously, it's like, well, how do we fix this account? What do we do from here? And so there are two thoughts to this, right? Thought 1 is just better artifacts. Somehow, some way, get better artifacts. Pay more attention to, like, the market and see if there's any that come through there. Running, like, the Golem's Peak to try to get some better, like, defense ones for the Dead Crusader. If I can turn all of these into at least 3, then 3 like rare, 3-star rare, then I could probably get better stats overall on them. That'd probably be like number 1 plus like the easiest thing I could do, right? Probably the easiest, if not number 2 would be the easiest, and that would just be higher rank, better levels, right? Get them up to 5-star. And I'm only doing things that I can guarantee to do. Obviously, things like getting skills, I have to wait and see if my drops allow me to skill them up. And like Dead Crusader, I can only get them for mystery shards, and so if I just get really bad luck on my mystery shards, then I may take forever to get them max skilled. Obviously, that would help out a significant amount, but that's not where we're at. So the next probably easiest thing to do would be to farm up food and get these guys to level 5. You know, get Dead Crusader to level 5, get Sorceress to level 5, and that would be a pretty good, nice point to help myself keep pushing forward. Number 3 would be masteries. I could increase all their masteries up through the 2nd point, which they have some masteries. Like, I can only put 1 more on him before I got to start getting the green scrolls. I can put 2 more before the green. 1 more. And 3. Right? And 1. None. None. And none. So, there's not much I can do with the masteries, but that would be at least a buff if I did get the masteries. Now, that is all the stuff that I can control and can actually do that presents a guarantee. The next, and that's if I want to try to keep pushing forward with the team that I have. If I don't want to keep pushing forward with the actual champions that I have, then there is 2 steps. Number 1, I grind the highest level of campaign that I can grind until my character gets level 30. I get the Mausoleum Mage, and I dump everything inside the Mausoleum Mage, and hope that that is the push that I need. better stats, better skills, better everything. Right? And maybe that'll be it, and I can help me push forward, and that would be cool. Or, and it's time to talk about the elephant on the account, is the Dark Elaine. So, I got her from a blue, from an ancient shard. I had a couple, and I'm like, well, the other account I've opened up a few shards on, so I want to open up a couple of shards on this account. And in that way, it kind of keeps things a little bit more even and stuff like that, because I've had the same, or getting to the same amount of chances of summons and chances of getting new characters. I was hoping, or I was expecting that, like, maybe I'd get like a rare undead, and I'd kind of match up with the Cavalier on my other account, because then it's like, oh, I got 2 rares on the account additional to what I was doing, and that would be kind of like keeping things even. No. She popped out. Yay. As you can tell, I haven't used her whatsoever. Okay? Haven't used her. She's still level 1. No equips. No masteries. No skills. Nothing. Nothing has been done. Because I'm like, well, it would seem very unfair if it's like, oh, got her. Great. I don't even have to wait for the Mausoleum Mage. She's an incredible unit in this game that you can also just get for free, by the way. I'm not even remotely close to being at the point which I can get her for free, which is even crazier that I got her this early. She's an incredible champion, especially early on in the game, that I just dump even a decent set of artifacts on, and I could probably start slaughtering things that I wasn't able to do beforehand. I didn't want to do that because I was trying to keep the accounts pretty similar up to a certain point where none really had such a strong push over the other, getting up to like level 30, right? I don't remember the exact level I got the Cavalier at on the other account. I was like 28, 29, or 30, somewhere in that range. So definitely a few levels later than this, but I was already being able to beat stuff a little bit further on than what I was able to do in this account on that account. So it's like, what do I do? What seems to be fair? Do you go with the concept of, well, it's the luck of the draw on this account, user? It's, and I talked about in the other video, that luck is a big part of this game, and this account could always just naturally do better if I have better luck on this account with my draws than I do on the other one. And then we could say that the reason why that other account didn't do nearly as well is not because of the promo code and the difference in that, it was because of the luck. Now, there is a way to kind of suss that out a little bit, being like, well, how much work did the Mausoleum Mage do versus other units that I just happened to summon that end up doing the heavy lifting. If it was like, I didn't really use the Mausoleum Mage, I just used like the Dark Elaine and things that I summoned, then it's like, all right, this account just did better, not because of the promo link, but because I had better luck.